What's up, everybody? We are back. We are back. Going to go live here in a couple seconds for first pitch of the 2025
Ooh-wee.
Houston Astros season. Man, been waiting all day for this, Briles.
Oh man, I feel like I've been waiting for all year for this. Kidding me? This is fantastic, and I get goosebumps when I see that opening day lineup. Then of course you hear the national anthem, and man, it's just like makes you almost want to shed a tear.
Almost. I mean, it was pretty damn close. I mean, I was sitting here watching it, and I was like, man, I love opening day. It always takes me back to, Little League or, however, how you could, you play ball. It's a new season. It's springtime. It's full go for 6 months with these guys. And, I'm ready for first pitch here in a few seconds, man.
Heck yeah, let's get that first pitch fired up and go from there, man. I'm excited to watch this with you guys. And for anybody that's watching out there, I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is a first for the Juice Box Heroes, by the way, with us going live, watching a baseball game, checking all this stuff out at the same time. You get to experience the same thing we do and give a reaction. So anyway, throw anything you want in the chat, and let's go from there.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Ooh, and there's our boy Altuve running to past second base to left field.
It's still
Perfect.
odd, man. It's still odd.
I know.
Ready for the 2025
Here we go.
campaign to begin, and it begins with some familiar faces in new places, as well as some new faces that are joining the Astros for the first time. One of those
Volume good?
faces in a new
Yeah, no, that's great, man.
Jose Altuve as he trots out to left field for the first
It's still
time
crazy
in
that
his
this guy's
career,
playing left field.
playing another
Like, it's
position
still
other
wild.
than second base or shortstop. He has never been in the
So I was having a conversation yesterday about this. Do you think in any way that we're going to see in the next like month or two where they're like, okay, Brendan Rodgers, thank you so much, we appreciate it, but Altuve's playing second, and then we end up putting somebody else in left field?
So I just saw something on X here a few minutes ago, specifically about Brendan Rodgers. And I wish I would have taken the screenshot, but there are some clauses that he has in there about if he gets removed from the 20-man roster, 26-man roster. There's certain dates like May and June. So it's about him being on the team, right? So what piqued my attention on it was the fact of what you just said. Like, okay, what if in this first month we start seeing just not what we are wanting or hoping for from Altuve on left field, and then they do go back to, okay, you're just going to be our second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. You're off the 26 man, therefore he's released. So yeah, I still think that might be a possibility. I know that they want him to play out there, the majority of the time, so that we can have someone like Brendan Rodgers at second base. But I think that's definitely a possibility that if it becomes atrocious, which I hope it doesn't, that he might end up being back at second base.
But the one thing that I really hope that happens, if for something ever goes wrong with Rodgers, and they decide to make a change one way or the other, I really hope they don't put Dubon at second and leave Altuve in left field. I think that Altuve is a better second baseman, and I think that Dubon obviously is a better outfielder. So it's like that's the one scenario I don't think anybody wants to see. But honestly, if we can have a Gold Glove second baseman right now, dude, who's complaining, right? It's like keep him at second, hope that he hits and improves on what he did in spring, and then go from there. But anyway, I'm excited to get this thing going, man. It's good to see the first at bat of the entire season right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go. We're about to have first pitch. Lindor's leading them off, as you can see. So first pitch of 2025 coming up here in a second or two. Hey, man, we get to watch all these baseball games every day now, unlike spring.
I know. Thank God, man. It's like the deep, dark winter without baseball is over.
Yep. Christian Walker at first, man. It's a good sight to see. Paredes at third. New team. Here we go. First pitch. There we go. Fromber.
Andy Fletcher will be the home plate umpire today. He's a crew chief for the first time in his career. He's got Rob Drake, Jansen Visconti, and Malachi Moore as his base umpire. And there's a line drive caught by Jeremy.
Attaboy, Pena.
Nice.
Look at that.
Telling you,
Already.
he's gonna come up big this year for sure.
You know, he just has that shortstop swag. You know, it's like all these not just in the majors, but high school, college. Like if you didn't know who the shortstop was on a team, it's primarily the guy with the most swag, the most cockiness. Like I think this is like a prerequisite for the shortstop position.
Right. That is definitely for sure, man.
Oh, here's this guy.
I hear he's pretty good. He's not 18 anymore, but I hear he's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, with like 21 now, like for 4 years in a row.
Right. Come on, Fromber, just give him some high cheese real quick, just to remind him that he's in Houston.
Good numbers against Fromber, good numbers against the Astros, and hits this ball sharply past Brendan Rodgers.
Oh, just as I'm talking about our Gold Glove second baseman. Come on, man.
Just
give me a dive.
You would say Altuve would have had that, right? That's what people are going to say.
Right. Altuve would have had that, man. Come on.
Altuve would have had that. It's definitely, definitely a different. When you're looking at the Astros defense, like it's definitely weird to not see Tucker and Wright and Breggy at third, Altuve at second. But I'm really excited about this team, man. Let's see what they're going to do. I'm pretty pumped about what Dana Brown's done. I mean, I know with the Bob Bregman thing, everyone was, you were 50-50, right? But I think once the Bregman thing was finally over and done, like we talked about on previous episodes, I think that I'm just really excited to see what this team's going to do with the lineup that they have.
I agree. And one of the things that, we've been talking about a lot is Cam Smith and what's going to happen in the outfield and Altuve. And, I even brought up the second base part. But the one thing that I think we've been kind of sleeping on is, honestly, Christian Walker. I know he got hurt in spring and he had that lat strain, which was a big problem that he had when he was in Arizona. But I'm telling you, man, if this guy's healthy and he is on, he is a monster. He is like one of the best first basemen, not just defensively, but also offensively in the entire league. So honestly, I think that's going to be the best surprise, I think, for everybody. It's like, I know we signed him to that contract and everybody loves Singleton, and unfortunately we let him go, but just wait.
No, and I think when you with the Singleton thing, he played above expected, right?
I would agree with that.
For what the fans were expecting, what our organization was. Good, well-liked guy. You love the story of him coming back after 10 years of not playing. But at the end of the day, the organization is going to try to get better at every position if they can. And hey, Singleton, thank you for coming back, giving us what you did. But this is Christian Walker we're talking about. This guy mashes the ball. We have a short portion left. As long as that oblique stays healthy, this dude is going to have a monster season.
It's the bottom of the zone. It counts full.
Trying to get him to chase that. One thing we didn't talk about was trying to predict all-stars on our team for when we hit mid-season, and I definitely think that he's going to be a part of that. I think we should probably do that in one of the upcoming shows. But I mean, I honestly think Christian Walker is going to be your starting first baseman in the AL for the AL team in the All-Star game.
I think he's got a pretty good chance. Again, as long as he stays healthy. I mean, that's what derailed him last year. He missed over a month. Last season with the oblique. And then you go back the year before, whenever Arizona made the run, to the World Series, the dude was healthy for most, if not all, of that season. So, and I totally agree. I think Walker could be an all-star first baseman for us. For sure. I think you'll probably have, Jordan as a DH for the All-Star. You'll probably have Christian Walker as first base. I'll pull this up here. Nope.
Roll it.
Let's see. I would hope that Yainer Diaz would be on the All-Star team. that'd be a good hope. And then Hunter Brown, at least for pitching, like I think you could have a good, I would say hopefully minimum 4 players on the team. Now if you're talking about starters,
Starters,
Jordan for sure, right?
Brandon Nimmo.
PK, how much of this background noise are you picking up? Any of it?
No.
Nice. I was thinking it's freaking loud.
Yeah, it sounds like you're like the only one there.
No, but most definitely not. This place is slammed. They're playing ACDC every time Fromber does something awesome.
Altuve with the catch.
Wait, did he get it?
He cut off. He cut off Myers.
That's awesome. That was awesome. Oh yeah, he totally cut him off.
He cut his ass off. That's awesome.
But honestly, that's no different than what he did at second base. That was one of the things that I loved about him. Is like he would literally go run over in front of Correa and like steal a ball from him, or go over to first base and like steal a ball over there. I always thought that it was hilarious.
Like all the time. Like it's like it's like he was playing a rover, but actually playing second base. He'd just be. I swear, if he could have gone to third and fielded the ball, he probably would have done it. You know what I mean?
Pop up behind the catcher, and then all of a sudden you see Altuve run back there and get it.
He's running with his hands. I got it.
But no,
good first inning.
Yeah, that was, man. Now, see, the one thing that I will say about that, though, is we had some traffic from Fromber. I get a little nervous when you see that in, like, the first 3 innings. Like, that first 3 innings from Fromber, I want to see him just go 1, 2, 3 with, like, at least 2 strikeouts, right? Or let our defense do something on there. But the reason I say that is I just don't want him to get in his head. Now, this is a new season. It's a new Fromber. We'll see if he's going to do that again. Hopefully not, but you never know. So that's why I said that.
Well, and we all know the thing with Fromber is his curveball. His curveball has to be on.
Yep.
If these guys aren't chasing that curveball from the early in their at bats, if they're able to pick up the rotation of that ball and know that it's going to be a ball right from release, then they're not going to swing at it. Therefore, he's not going to get the ground ball outs that he is so accustomed to. So the curveball, watching his curveball in these first 2 innings is going to be very important for how good and how long Fromber is going to, be effective in this game.
Yeah, no, I agree. And if you remember, like when we first got him, or when we first called him up, it's like that was all he did was throw curveballs. It's like it was like watching McCullers in the playoffs, just curveball. So anyway, I totally agree with you on that, man. If he's got his curveball going and nobody's hitting it, I mean, this game's already over.
Yeah.
And for the record, the Mets throwing Clay Holmes for opening day, I saw that like 2 days ago, and I never mentioned anything about it, but it's like, that's your opening day starter?
Wasn't he like the closer last year for like the Yankees or a bullpen guy?
He was at one point, and then they stretched him out. But still, it's like he should be like their number 4, not their opening day starter. So I don't know what's going on there. It just shows you how much I follow the Mets. Actually, I mean, keep in mind. But I mean, we all follow baseball a lot, right? And we're all reading articles. We're all trying to stay up on as much as we possibly can. I have yet to see anything to say, one article, one comment, one anything about, oh, hey, look at the Mets, Clay Holmes starting opening day for any reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, and then as soon as I start talking shit, of course, Altuve strikes out.
Yeah. Way outside slider.
He's got to stop that this year, man.
I think, what do you see? 4 pitches? Yeah, 4 pitches. So, first at bat for Isak, man. Let's see what this guy does. Wheelhouse predicted a 4th inning home run for this guy. First home run of the season for the Astros. H-Town Wheelhouse says Paredes in the 4th. So,
And I hate
We'll
to
see.
say it, but that might be the best pitch he sees this entire at bat.
a pipe 95 mile an hour.
Yeah, he's getting a bunch of crap now.
You know, like when I played ball, which wasn't a very high level, high school was the highest. Like I sat fastball all the time. So if I think if I ever made it to the pros, the book on me would have been really simple. You know, like off speed, off speed, off speed, off speed, off speed, off speed, and then more off speed, which is probably why I'm not playing.
There's a reason we're on a mic and not on the field right now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Paredes, let's do something here. 1-2 count.
Oh, he had something to hit there.
What, 96 on your hands, dude, and you 96 on your hands, and you're still early. You know,
I can't imagine. He's about to get a nasty in the dirt pitch or something like that, or not.
No, he's gonna be. Look, he's gonna be peppering that wall all 81 games that we here. Deadpool hitter. All right, first at bat for the big boy.
We need to find out if his walkout music is still tipping, or if he actually changed it.
So I saw something on X that Hayden Wisniewski was walking out to still tipping.
I kind of like this matchup.
Or warming up to that.
I was like, I don't think he's going to be batting. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
that was a last minute change.
If he gets it, if Wisniewski gets an at bat this year, then something went terribly wrong.
Terribly wrong. It had to be like another 18 inning game. 19 inning game where we've exhausted every position player we have.
Where it's like, he was in the National League last year. Let him hit.
Yeah. Hey, you with the clipboard. You're up.
Yeah, exactly.
What we got here?
Put down your soda.
30. Yeah, put down your soda.
All right. We'll give you that one, Don. Yeah, it's a little wrinkle.
No, I'm going to. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
No. There's a mute button on my microphone. I didn't know if it worked or not while we were live.
What we got here? Full count? Full count.
Server was trying to steal my crawfish. I'm like, nope, not done with that. Thanks.
What you drinking on today, sir?
Just a nice cold Shiner Bock.
Attaboy.
Keeping it true to Texas.
Less in left field than we saw last year. Show a spot down on the amount of times we see Jordan running around to the outfield. But he'll still get out there.
It's gonna be cool to see Christian Walker's first at bat, man, and Cam Smith for sure. I mean, you heard the. I don't know if you could hear the ovation while you're there, but pretty damn loud for Cam Smith when they announced him on the opening day walkout.
Yeah, no, I couldn't hear that. The one thing I will say though is his first at bat. I mean, that place is going to be deafening.
Yeah. So you've seen this guy. You've seen Christian Walker in person, right? Like play.
Yeah. Oh yeah, multiple times. And I mean, dude can rock it for sure. There he is in the Serpientes jersey, but yeah, no, he is, like I said, one of the best defensive first basemen I've seen. It's everybody in Arizona thought that the Diamondbacks were crazy. Oh, damn it!
I mean, he hit it hard though.
Yeah, no, that was a line drive for sure. Anyway, everybody in Arizona thought the Diamondbacks were crazy for letting Goldschmidt go to St. Louis, but at the same time, we didn't know about Christian Walker. They had Christian Walker in their AAA system, and we thought he was a good first baseman, but I mean, not that big of a deal, right? But he came up and established himself as a solid Major League Baseball player, and then just got better after that. So it was really nice to get to see him play. And then, like I said, when he went up for free agency and we ended up picking him up, I I thought that was one of the best pickups of the season that we really haven't talked that much about. And I really hope that he doesn't struggle or have any kind of issues, because that was the one knock on him that I will say is that he did have a lot of injuries when he was in Arizona.
Yeah.
But when he was healthy and playing, man, he was lights out, absolutely lights out.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I really didn't have a reason to pay attention to the Arizona club, but you know, you always just knew that like he was a vacuum down there at first base, you know, and here within the last two and a half seasons is when, for me personally, started, you know, really kind of pay attention to him as far as what he was doing out there, because you know, those West Coast games, they're always a late game, so you always know you're getting a game on, at least here at like 9 something, you know.
Right.
But I think I'm glad that we didn't go and get a Paul Goldschmidt, you know, like New York did. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that we went and got. I mean, he's still a little bit older, but I think he's got way more to give than Goldie does.
Well, Goldie's in the twilight, man, and don't get me wrong, he has been a Hall of Fame caliber first baseman, but at the same time, he's in the twilight years. So I mean, the Yankees picking him up for, I think they would put him on a 1-year contract. That was probably a smart thing for them to do and not go like 2 or 3. And don't get me wrong, if we had him for 1 year, we wouldn't be disappointed. But the fact that we've got Walker on a multi-year contract and are going to get more of him is a really good way to go. Especially since, I mean, you know, props to John Singleton, but hey, listen, we've been struggling since we lost Yuli. And
yeah,
that first base position has been kind of an offensive hole and a bigger defensive hole. So he fills both of those. And by the way, shout out to Yuli Gurriel, who did make the Padres. So good for him, Yuli. Congratulations. And you get to hang out with your boy, Martin Maldonado, who also made the San Diego Padres. So I thought that was one of the bigger surprises coming out of spring, too.
Yeah, no doubt. He's still doing his thing. Yuli is, man, still hitting. I mean, we saw it in the postseason last year with the Royals. Still doing Yuli things in the postseason.
Guy is 40+ years old, and he hit 305 in spring.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, he's from Cuba. We don't know how old he is, but according to what we've been told,
yeah, he's at least 40. Well, hey, man, we were talking about Framber's curveball, and we just saw it right there. You know, he straight in the dirt off the shin guard. So if he doesn't have his curveball, man, it's a different Framber. It's a different Framber when he doesn't have his curveball. If he has no control, it is it's not a good. He's going to have more stressful innings, have more pitches. You know, doesn't go deep into the game. As rote. Well, look at Altuve. 2 putouts in the first two innings.
All right, Altuve. 2 hands, Altuve.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes. Back to the basics. Get that other glove, other hand behind the web.
make me yell at him like he's one of my little league kids. 2 hands.
Yeah. 2 hands above your head. I mean, look, he kind of almost looks like he knows what he's doing out there. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, he's cool as a cucumber out there in left field, man.
I wonder how much nerves he had. You know, it's like that thing. It's like, don't hit. It's like, what's the character that played Shea Hatterberg in Moneyball? Pine. Chris Pine, I think is his name. You know, he was petrified of the ball being hit to him.
Yeah.
Crap. You know, and it's like, it's almost. I wonder if he was like that. I know he's a professional athlete, and I know he's put in a lot of work during the spring to do it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want any ball hit to me. Like, not one.
Well, the good news is, at least here at home, he's got that short porch, so he doesn't have too much ground to cover. And our boy Jake Myers, who, you know, he has his opportunities. Don't get me wrong, but that guy can cover some ground out there and actually go help him out. So that part I'm not too terribly worried about. There's the baseballs.
There's the baseballs.
Apparently the train brought to you by Phillips 66. Bring the go.
Yeah. All right, Fromber, we need a ground ball here, man. Need a ground ball here.
Acuna getting the start at second base against the lefty Framber Valdez. We might see Brett Beatty there tomorrow against.
Yeah, he has no control of his curveball right now, man.
No.
How many pitches we up to?
21. I was gonna say 24.
He's still okay right now. You know, you kind of want to average between 10 to 12. You know, that can get you at least 5 innings. You know, but dude, they're hitting him. You know, like these are usually when Fromber's on, they're missing barrel. You know, it's a bunch of tappers.
Yeah, that was my concern, was the traffic in the first inning. It's like that's not a good sign for Fromber. It's like some pitchers, like you're saying, like Hunter Brown. Like Hunter Brown can get traffic in the first inning, get past it, and then he just like slides into a groove, and all of a sudden it's just 1, 2, 3 for the next 5 innings straight before they have to pull him. But Fromber's not the exact same way. If he gets like a little bit of that traffic in the first inning, like you're saying, his curveball is just not hitting exactly where he wants it, then, you know, it's going to be a struggle moving forward. So we'll kind of see how all this works out. But, you know, and speaking of which, we've been talking about a couple of different things. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was going to say, we've talked about a couple of different things, but who's our official long man in the bullpen right now? Do you have any idea?
I would assume it's Taylor Scott, because when I saw him get announced, I was like, "Oh crap!" We really hadn't talked about him at all during the spring.
No, he didn't really seem to be okay. And he's out.
Yeah, I'll get out of that.
No, the reason I ask is
that was like the slowest put out ever.
Yeah. So Seth Martinez, after we released him, got picked up by the Marlins, and then the Marlins kept him all the way through spring, and then released him. I think it was last night. So I really wish we would go back and pick him up, even if it's just to throw him in Sugarland for a little bit, in case we get some kind of injury or something like that. I always thought that he pitched really well for us, especially when we needed that, 3-inning guy that would come in if somebody was having a rough start. And I'm not saying Fromber's having a rough start yet. I'm just saying that it was really nice to have that as the ace in the hole. Like, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll get him next time. Martinez, you're in. And then he'd come in and at worst give up 1 run. So I kind of wish we had that insurance policy. So that's why I was curious on who our long guy was, but also kind of, hoping that we can get the Seth Martinez back now that he's on the market.
Well, and I think overall, like Seth Martinez did what he was asked to do. I mean, he had a little bit of a run, last season where we had to have him, we needed him. We needed him to save whatever arms we had left because we were so taxed, on that back end of the bullpen. So, but I would say Taylor Scott right now, man, to be honest with you. I guess that's our long guy for now.
Hey, did they give any explanation on why Van Wade went to Sugarland? Do you have any idea?
I didn't see anything, or I didn't hear anything. That's you know who our minor league aficionado is. He's the one we call the Dubon Fan Club president. Who's at the game, enjoying the game. But yeah, no, I don't know. Probably just we're pretty deep on starting pitching, man, and that's such a good feeling to have. And knock on wood, overall pretty healthy coming into the season.
By the way, shout out to Boogie, the Houston Astros team barber. Looked like he had Isak Paredes with a tight fade.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming our team barber is still Boogie.
I mean, it sounds good to me.
And he didn't exactly run out, for the introductions before the game started. So,
look, they ran out a bench coach who was in charge of quality assurance. Didn't even know that was a thing.
Can I get an application for that job, by the way?
Yeah, how do you do that?
I,
Like, what
don't even,
are the job duties for that one?
I don't know. It's, are you making sure like the jerseys are stitched correctly? And yep, these baseball bats look really good. Okay, fantastic. Come on, get down.
Nope. Now remember, my hot take for this year for Yiner was top 5 in MVP voting. Super hot take.
You know, it's, you say super
hard
hot take, but if from fantasy baseball, man, he was the top fantasy catcher last year.
Speaking of that, I'm playing fantasy baseball for the first time in I don't know how many years this season.
And you didn't join our fantasy team or our fantasy league. Come on, man.
Mine was free. The one I'm in is free. I don't want to pay to lose.
All right. Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, no, our draft took 45 minutes. So I'm assuming that, I mean, that's like, I know how fantasy football drafts go, and they don't take 45 minutes. So.
No, ours, we actually ended up going from 12 teams to 10 teams this year, and ours took 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Ooh, got him.
Wait a minute.
On base
that
percentage
mean,
is 1,000.
Does that mean the Phenom's up?
The Phenom is up.
Yeah, that's not good. They wanted to bust him in, but that one just tailed up and in.
Ooh, got him on the oxy patch.
Things like that happen, TK, and you just feel bad for the baseball.
Cam freaking Smith.
All right, what's your Cam Smith prediction? What you got for this at bat?
Yeah. Single to the right side. Oppo single.
I'll go single up the middle.
Ha! I should have put money on that.
Come on, Penny, get down.
Hey, go ahead and give that kid the ball. Give him the ball. Attaboy, Cam Smith. Welcome to the show. Wasted no time.
Oh, they already got their Cam Smith jerseys.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that on X. I saw that on X. They were showing them hot off the press yesterday.
Oh, he's got the custom Cam jersey too. There you go. Oh, that's his parents. Never mind.
That's his family. Yeah, that's his family.
Yeah, if anybody gets the custom Cam jersey, it's got to be family first, right?
Family first. Really, like, you shouldn't give me a custom one. You should just give me the real one. God damn it, you know?
Cam Smith, welcome to the show. What a start.
All right, Brennan.
Brendan Rodgers now in his first ever Astros at bat after 6 years with the
All
Colorado.
right,
I was talking to my dad about Brendan. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was talking to my dad about Brendan Rodgers. He goes, "Who is this guy?" And the only thing I had to say is, like I said, Gold Glove, second baseman, kind of light hitting, didn't really hit a whole lot of home runs, and that's saying that he also played in Colorado.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what he does. The one thing I do know is that he does slap the ball around the field a lot. So as long as he can hit for average, I think we're going to be solid with him.
Yeah. No, I mean, he doesn't, you know, he's not expected to, we don't need him to be, you know, Jordan, obviously, but he needs to be hit for average. Like I said, just hit the ball where it's pitched. You don't need to do too much. Like right now, we got one out. So we need a sac fly. You know, no ground balls here. Get the ball in the air to the outfield and let's get Pena home, take this early lead, you know?
Yeah, I got runners on corners. I totally agree, man. Don't try to do anything too fancy. Just
or if you trust his that bat, then put Cam Smith in motion. $31. Now we're full count here. Okay.
And now the count's 3-2. We'll see if the Astros move Cam Smith here with one out.
Yeah, I think you put Cam Smith in motion here.
Full count, one out. That's
Because if he hits a ground ball and Cam's on the move, then the double play's out of the question. We score the run.
No, guarantee that'll get some boos. That's the one thing I never understood. It's like
I don't understand that. Yeah,
you're throwing to first. You're trying to actually make a baseball play. It's like, okay, if you did it like 10 times in a row, maybe then start booing. But one time, it's like, dude, come on.
Especially now that they only have attaboy. Bases juice for what? Jake the Rake? Yes, sir. Watch, Rake's gonna hit a. Be funny. It would be pretty badass, but funny if he hits the first home run of the team. Slam at that.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say a grand salami for the first home run of the season.
Fly ball, man. Fly ball right here at least.
Coming into the season, adding Cam Smith extends that lineup a little bit. But Brendan Rodgers putting together
Maybe a little slap bunt. Little butcher boy.
You got Pena down there.
Oh!
Well, he swung so hard, this helmet came off. I mean, if you put a little dribbler down, Pena is going to score. We just don't need a routine ground ball here. Like that. Oh, Myers is going to get it. He'll beat him. Attaboy Myers.
Yeah, he beat it out. There you go. He's too fast for that.
Yeah. But Myers needs to get a smaller helmet because that's twice his helmet's falling off.
That was a pretty good play by Francisco Lindor going back across his body.
Yeah, out there looking like Gomez.
Yeah.
No chance to turn that double play, so Lindor wanted to make sure of getting it out. Instead of going to third base to get Cam Smith, opted to go.
That was going to be a tough turn for Lindor, man. That was going to be really tough.
Myers gets him that RBI.
Who we got now? Altuve.
Yeah, we're back at the top.
Ooh, we made it through the lineup in 2 innings, man.
2 outs, 2 on for Altuve. Runners on the corners. 1 run scored. Yeah, I say if Altuve gets a hit here, Clay Holmes is not going to be long for this game.
Yeah. Yeah, no chasing here. No sliders in the dirt chasing.
Ooh, that was filthy.
And to your point, talking about Clay Holmes throwing that cutter earlier to Yordan Alvarez, when you move from the bullpen to the starting rotation and you have to face those hitters more than once, you'd like to have 3-4 pitches to be able to go out there and keep those hitters off balance. But we've only seen sinker, slider, sweeper, and that occasional cutter.
We kept talking about how everybody did whatever in spring training. Other than Altuve's defense, did anybody talk about like what his offensive stats look like?
No, man, because the focus was so much on him being out in left field and what that was going to look like that I know he hit at least a couple bombs, but yeah, I think it was all mostly about his, what's it going to look like out left, the errors that he was making, in the situations that he was kind of put in. So I'm sure he had you got to swing. All right, full count, 2 outs. Runner at first is going to be on the move here.
Man, that's filthy.
Myers will be on the move with his 3-2 pitch with 2 outs.
Just don't swing it, crap. Come on.
And
foul tip.
Caught by
No.
Terrence, and Altuve strikes out for the second time.
No, sir.
Got to run though. We'll take the early lead.
Yeah, of course. I'm not complaining about that by any means.
Well, we made it through the lineup a little bit faster than I thought. Kind of plan on watching it. Kind of plan on just watching one time through. So I think I'm gonna get on to watching the rest of the game. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's good with me, man. So if you want to bug out, and we'll catch everybody, I guess, for the post-game report. We'll see you then.
Yes, sir. And as always, catch us around 7:30. I'm PK, and that is Sweet Bee Bones, and you are listening to the Juice Box Heroes podcast. We'll see you
Go
in a
Stros!
few hours. Go Stros.